Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we're going to be talking about two very important things, fitness and mental health, and trying to find the healthy balance between the two, which I know many people struggle with, including myself. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Now, what a lot of people don't talk about in the fitness industry is that mental health and fitness go hand in hand. You can't really be successful in one if the other one is failing. So what I mean by that is that, if you're struggling with mental health, it's so hard to put all of your time and focus into fitness without taking care of yourself. You have to do, physically and mentally, you have to take care of yourself. Now, I myself struggle with, mental health problems, and the first and foremost, most important thing is to never ever be ashamed if you have a mental health problem or issues, or just even feel like you're struggling a little bit. Never ever let anybody make you feel bad about it, because it is totally okay. Some people just need a little help figuring out what works best for them and what can help them through these hard times. One of the main things I have learned when dealing with mental health is to cut out the toxic things in your life, whether that be relationships, habits, anything of that nature. Just if they're toxic and negative influences on your life, you need to cut them out. And I know this can be very hard, especially with relationships, but you're not going to be able to grow as a person and be successful if these constant negative things are always bringing you down. So a lot of people are worried that if they lose relationships, they're going to be lonely and things like that, but it's really not the case. You may be, it may be lonely at times, but if you're focusing on yourself, you're going to be feeling so much better if you're just providing positive energy and being as happy as you possibly can be without those negative things, then you're definitely going to be successful. Now, if you're someone who struggles with, getting bored or, feeling lonely, find positive things to do with your downtime. One of my favorite things is to read books. Find a book that interests you. I mean, it could be anything. It could be, fiction, nonfiction. I personally love reading almost like self-help books or like motivational, inspirational books, because knowledge is power today. The more you learn, the more you can grasp, and just reading, you can absorb so much knowledge from that. Now, if you're struggling with, trying to get into the gym because you're having an off day, it's okay. Do not ever be worried if you have an off day. You can take rest, and relax and take care of yourself up here. Eat your favorite foods or something like that. Generally take care of yourself. Don't worry about it completely throwing off your fitness goals or anything like that. You need to take care of what's in here first before anything physical is going to be attainable, because your body needs to have somewhat of a balance for it to be able to grow. On the other hand, for myself, I find it to be, if I'm more strict on myself and if I'm having an off day and I'm like, oh, I don't want to go to the gym, or I'm dreading going to the gym, it's okay to take those off days, but sometimes I feel it's better for me to almost force myself to at least go and attempt to get some sort of workout in, because I know once I get that workout in, I'm going to feel so much better. So it may be extremely hard and difficult to get yourself there, but you're going to feel physically so much better just, getting those endorphins pumping and get your blood flowing, and that generally can almost flip my entire mood. But everyone is different. You don't have to force yourself. You can relax. You just need to find what works best for you and what your body, adjusts to the best. That's really what's most important. Not one person is the same. Now, when some people get to the gym, whether they force themselves to get there or they're generally happy to be there, sometimes you might just hit a wall and not want to be there, not want to work out. And when times like that happen for me, I make sure that I have either a phone or my iPad. They're fully loaded with all of my favorite music, or even movies, or even books on tape, or even, books that you can read, anything like that, because if I'm struggling to find something, I'll just hop on that treadmill and, watch a show or listen to an Audible book or something that'll like inspire me. Find something that inspires you and just stick it into your brain, or, constantly watch it when you're in those times of need. And most of the time you'll pop right out of it and just get, right back into it, and you'll be feeling great. And if you really can't get your head back, into the gym and into the workout, it's okay. I've walked out of the gym after 10 minutes of stretching and I just, couldn't get into it. It's okay. Maybe you'll be feeling better later. Maybe not. It's okay. You don't have to be super strict on yourself if you really just need a rest day. Your body's going to thank you for it. You really need to be able to heal yourself mentally first, completely, entirely. Now, I have seen where some people go into the gym and they do everything they possibly can. They're eating right, they're doing all the right workouts that, whatever their body needs, but they just can't seem to, build muscle or lose fat or, get the goals that they want. And, when it comes down to it, they're mentally they're not there, their mental health, whatever the cause may be, whatever's, upsetting them inside, they're putting it on the back burner and they're letting it just build up inside. And your body knows. Physically, your body is going to know when you're not feeling 100%. So even if you just think you can just put it on the back burner, you really should just, deal and confront with whatever is, making these issues come up, and deal with them, and try to find the best way to get through those things, because your body's not going to want to do what you want it to do physically unless, you can figure out a way to make it feel good on the inside too. Now, I know a lot of fitness accounts don't necessarily talk about mental health. It's almost that, social media these days really almost put a fine line on things and make everything just seem so perfect in everyone's lives, when truly that's, that may not be the case. Some people whose lives may seem perfect may be struggling the most, and that's what's so hard with social media these days. And I'm, creating this video because I want people to, feel comfortable, accept these things going on and just be not afraid to talk about them and deal with them, because there's nothing wrong with that. Don't ever feel ashamed. There's nothing wrong with you. It's so normal. Like, so many people in the world struggle with these things, but everyone's just too afraid to talk about that. I myself have, been completely pushed away from someone that I cared about deeply because they didn't, they thought my mental health, were problems they didn't want to deal with. And, people like that don't deserve to be in your lives. And you just need to, that's one of the toxic things that, they shouldn't be in your life, because this is not a bad thing. And the right people are going to want to be there to talk with you and try to help you through this, because you do need to talk about these things as much as, they may be extremely difficult. Talk about them, or, meditate. Find whatever works best for you. And for those that are truly, truly struggling with mental health problems that, in any aspect, never, ever, ever be afraid to seek professional help. There is no wrong in that. There is no shame in that. It's going to better yourself. Just like if you had a hurt ankle, you're going to want to go seek professional help or something of that nature. And whatever is going to, help you feel better, you need to do that. And don't ever, ever, ever let anyone judge you or, shame you. And if they do, don't worry about it. They don't need to be in your lives. You just need to focus on yourself. If you constantly focus on what everyone else is thinking about and not yourself, you're never going to be able to truly, truly find what, is troubling you and what's going to make you feel better. I've learned to, cut out a lot of the toxic things and just stop going out. And, I've lost a lot of friendships along the way, and it may seem sad and hard at times, but then you realize that, those people really weren't meant to be in your lives, and the right people will come into your lives at the right time. It's better to have a few close friends that would do anything for you and would always be there for you when you need them than 100 people who could honestly care less about your well-being. And I've definitely been in that situation where I was so worried about having so many friends, but at the end of the day, those people weren't going to be there for me. They really didn't want to see me succeed. And that is when I learned that you really do need to cut, those toxic relationships out and focus on the ones that truly matter. Now, I wanted to create this video because when going through my fitness journey, I really wish there was somebody out there that was saying all of these things. And there are fitness accounts out there that do, talk about mental health and their issues, and that's absolutely amazing. There should definitely be much more of that. And if I can just inspire one person to, really take their mental health into their own hands and physical well-being, then I'm completely and utterly satisfied. I just hope that I can reach out to one person, because I know that that would be something that I really wanted to hear when I was struggling. And I don't want anyone to ever feel alone, whether you're across the world. YouTube can reach anyone, and I want to be able to help anyone feel that their mental health is not something negative. It's just something you have to try to take care of, just like anything else in your life. And you have to find what works for you. Now, if you made it through this entire video, thank you so much. I love any and all of you that are watching. And this is truly a subject that just means so much to me. And I'm still learning and, going through my own issues, but I've definitely been able to find positive ways of dealing with it, which I hope I can instill on other people. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know by giving it a like, and never forget to subscribe to my channel so you never miss when I post new content, whether it's going to be workouts, fitness tip, advice with mental health, any and all of the above. I truly thank all of you, and see you next time.